It's got to be Boise.
All right. Virginia versus Clemson. Like,
again, is there really it's not as crazy as the LSU difference, I guess, but
did you see the spread on this game?
30.
What is it?
28.5.
Oh my god. And they'll still probably get it.
No, I don't think so. All right.
Clemson's been playing better of late.
Yeah, but what's the one thing that Clemson, their defense is slow. What's the one thing that's going to fuck them up? It's the running ability of Bryce Perkins. If he can escape the pocket, their defensive line's not going to fucking catch him. All right. He is going to cause all sorts of problems for Clemson. I don't think it's going to be as easy. I think Clemson still wins. I think they win by less than a touchdown.
Okay. That's a little bit of a hot take.
Quarterback's got 3,000 passing yards and 700 rushing yards.
That's a good point, but he's got to have the ball, and I think Clemson's going to have the ball a lot of that game.
I mean, perhaps, but I think Virginia's going to have the ball for a lot of the game too. I don't think Clemson is one of the top 5 teams in the country. I don't think you can keep them out of the top 5 because they haven't lost a game and they're the defending national champs, so they start high, but I don't think they're one of the top 5 teams in the country. I think you're going to see that when they struggle. Honestly, I think Virginia is going to be leading going into the fourth quarter.
If they can beat them.
Do I think they can beat them? Yes. Do I think they will beat them? No. I don't think Clemson's defense is any good. Like, they play in such a shitty conference. Mm-hmm. Like, the ACC is a bad conference. So bad that the American Athletic Conference is ranked ahead of them, and the Mountain West is tied with them. So a quote-unquote Power 5? No, they're like 7th out of 10 conferences. Tony says Clemson should win this, but they are in trouble for any playoff matchup. College football playoff is when Clemson comes crashing down to reality. And I agree. I mean, like I said, do I think that Virginia is going to beat Clemson? No, I don't. I do think that ETN is going to eat a lot of clock. I do think that Trevor Lawrence, while he gets lucky a lot, he makes his own luck sometimes, knowing that he's got Justin Ross, that he's got what's his name? T. Higgins. He's got the wide receivers that can bail him out of trouble. So if their defense was better, I would say Clemson is a really good team. Their defense is no good. And they're going to have a lot of trouble with a quarterback that can beat you with his arms or legs. Virginia is a surprisingly good team. 9-3, snuck into the top 25, number 23 in the country. So we'll see. I do think, like I said, Clemson wins in a close one, but I do think Virginia is going to scare them.
I don't think it's going to be close. I think Clemson is going to get close to covering, if not covering, and win it handily.
Like how Shayna Baszler's about to win this match right now. She's going to fuck her up.
Clemson.
All right, so we got 2 Clemsons. I'm guessing Tony's taking Clemson because he says that they're going to come crashing down in the college football playoff.
They're better those teams, but I 100% agree with Tony. They're going to get a huge reality check with whomever they face.
It's going to be LSU.
Yeah, most likely. It has to be, right? Because they'll be third. LSU's going to stay second. Ohio State's going to stay first.
Unless LSU just fucking absolutely destroys Georgia and Wisconsin keeps it close with Ohio State. Then maybe LSU jumps and we get Ohio State Clemson. They might just do that just for, the fun of it. They might just be like, fucking watch this. Ohio State Clemson again. They might. You don't know. But whoever Clemson has to play, I think is just going to just destroy them. Whether it's LSU, Ohio State, Georgia, Utah. I don't think they can hang with any of those teams.
Right.
All right. And I believe that brings us to... Oh, nope, there's 2 more games. There's one more game, and then there's one the next Saturday. Tony says Ohio State would assault Clemson. It wouldn't be fair. All right. Ohio State, Wisconsin. Ohio State, 16.5-point favorites. The fact that Ohio State is a 16.5-point favorite at a neutral site against the number 8 team in the nation is crazy. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. I'm just saying that the fact that the number 8 team in the nation in a neutral site game is a 16.5-point underdog. How fucking crazy is that?
It's gotta be really rare.
You take the teams out of it, and I'm sure Tony would agree. If I told you number 8 team in the nation, who at one point was one of the top 5 teams in the nation. Tony says duh and or obviously for me on this pick. So Tony's taking Wisconsin is what I'm getting out of that. No. Ohio State already beat them once, and I've said it's tough to beat the same team twice. It's not as tough when you're just absolutely fucking destroying anything and everything in your path. Like, what was Ohio State's closest game? Was a fucking 11-point win over Penn State, who was the number 5 team in the nation at the time.
Yeah.
So, like, come on. It's obvious it's going to be fucking Ohio State. And it's not going to be close.
Nope. Ohio State.
Well, the first game, it was close for, 3 quarters, but then Ohio State scored, 4 times in a row.
That's what Ohio State does. They fucking tire you out.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to come in expecting to roll them. I think Ohio State is going to do what they've done all season and prep well and be prepared for a team who is the only team that's seemingly gotten even close to holding them back. So
that's not even true. Penn State did way better against them than Wisconsin did.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think Ohio State wins. I think Ohio State covers. I don't think it's more than a 20 to 25 point victory, but it's it's a handle, and I don't know the word I'm trying to use. They will handle them, is where I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm. And Tony says he does agree to that, but Ohio State has such a crazy margin of victory. And says Penn State also got lucky with Ohio State making a lot of bad mistakes. That's true, but the same argument I make with any turnover, Penn State still had to recover them. So anytime any team has bad turnovers, I credit the defense. I don't even try and take anything away from the defense. If you can turn another team over, whether it's their fault or your fault, you got the turnover. I don't take anything away from you at all. Anyways,
fair.
That being said, obviously Tony's going Ohio State. Dan O'Shea, you're also going Ohio State?
Yeah.
And Dan Beebe, you're also going Ohio State?
Yep, Ohio State.
All right. And Tony says it's rare for the Ohio State team to have turnovers. It is rare. They have looked like a well-oiled machine, but you throw in bad weather and a solid defense, and that's what happens. The weather really, really fucks with people. And it just happened to fuck with him a lot, with them a lot. Justin Fields in particular. But I will guarantee you, Justin Fields will start practicing with wet balls from now on. All right? Justin Fields will not make that same mistake. He will not let weather force him to make bad decisions or to fucking fuck up. He seems like the kind of competitor that's going to learn from his mistakes, fix those mistakes, and will take advantage of others for making the same mistakes.
Fair.
All right. So, literally only two games did anyone pick anything different. No. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
No.
I mean, this one's like, obviously everyone's going to go to and pick Ohio State. This is like a historically dominant Ohio State.
Yeah.
They don't, until they face LSU, I don't think they have real competition.
They're not going to get real competition from Wisconsin. I do think Utah could cause problems. I think Ohio State would still beat Utah. But obviously, the best matchup is obviously Ohio State LSU. Okay. There's one final game. It's
unless
not
Georgia somehow wins.
Unless Georgia somehow wins, right. One final game that is in 2 weeks. Well, it's not this week, it's the week after. Army-Navy. Army 5-7. Navy ranked, I think they're 9-3. 9-2. All right. Who's going to win this game, Army or Navy?
Different animal.
I'm honestly not sure. I'm leaning slightly Army.
Leaning slightly Army. Why?
I just like what I've seen from them this year. The run game is, always dominant. Navy. What are their rankings right now?
Navy is ranked. Army is not.
Right.
The actual rankings are 24 and a laughing emoji.
Or 5-7.
Right, 5-7. All right. Wow. College basketball upset alert. 6:49 left in the game. Number 5 Virginia is losing to Purdue 55-36.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is your defending national champions, everybody. I'm gonna go Navy.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll go Navy as well.
Okay. And Tony says Navy, don't give up the ship.
That is true. Huh. Whatever. I'll stick with the Army pick in an upset. Why not?
Okay. And I'm going with Navy. You're going with Navy?
Navy.
Tony's going with Navy. Dan O'Shea, just because you grew up close to West Point, you're going to stick with them?
Pretty much.
Okay. You're a homer?
A little bit.
Tony says Virginia's defending embarrassment. Never forget UMB